Hey guys, Nico here, aka DVD Collector 96, and welcome to a new video on my YouTube channel. Okay guys, welcome to a new vlog video on the channel. I waited so long to kind of have more inside news, but full disclosure, it's January 25th, 2025. And I pre-recorded already a rewatching of every single Bridget Jones's Diary movie on the collection, 3 for now, on Blu-ray. I watched every single special feature, and I added the video for you guys before we have the premiere of the last movie on the installment, Bridget Jones's Mad About the Boy. I decided to create this intro today because I always pre-grind the info, and that's kind of like how I follow the calendar. For example, if I know I want to create a blog about Moana 2, I basically create the info from the blog and things like that, and I add it to my calendar. And of course, there is videos that I need to wait for the actual movie to happen, or for a Blu-ray 4K release to come, so I can do the video. Now, for Bridget Jones's, I waited so long because one of the things that I told you guys was that the first two movies I was living at Cuba when they premiered, of course, but the third one of the big regrets that I had is that when it premiered, I didn't went to the movie theaters to watch it. But a moment of truth here, I'm not even sure anymore if the movie premiered on US movie theaters, the third one. Now, when the fourth one was announced, these movies are released also by Universal, and they basically say that it was also going to have a movie premiere. Now, I know it was going to be also a Peacock exclusive, but I had my hopes high that the movie was going to be also premiering on the movie theaters, and I was going to be able, maybe if CMX, which is the closest to me, didn't have it, maybe to go to AMC or Cinemark or whatever movie theater. When they announced that the tickets were on sale and people started to get it, I saw like in the US, none of the theaters had it, not even like coming soon or anything like it. And I waited for almost a week and the same thing. The tickets never went on sale. So when I started reading more, it was dumb of me thinking that, because it literally says that the movie is going to hit UK theaters on Valentine's weekend, but it's going to be a US exclusive release on Peacock on February 13th. The only good news is that we're getting the movie release a day earlier, but I was excited to go to watch Bridget Jones on the big screen. But anyways guys, I decided to start the intro of this video here. Again, still like almost 2 weeks for the movie to happen. I already recorded me rewatching every single Bridget Jones's Diary movie, and again, the video is probably already on the channel, so I hope you guys have enjoyed it. So this vlog is kind of going to function like I did the first experiment doing a vlog with actually in a streaming service like Netflix. Back in Action from Cameron Diaz, I did kind of like a Netflix and chill vlog. This one is going to be with Peacock, but I kind of want to do the same vlog interaction that I will do if I go to the movie theaters. I'm recording this little intro for you guys before I watch the movie. Again, the only difference that this intro is not happening on the day of release day. Once the movie gets released, of course, I will record a little bit of a clip extra before I go ahead and watch it. But I'm basically going to be watching the movie at the comfort of my own home. I'm going to watch it, put you guys a few clips maybe, and at the end of this video I will give you guys my honest review of how do I feel about these 4 installments. Remember, in this one Colin Firth has passed away, so we have to experiment Bridget Jones as a widow and a mother of 2 kids, and Hugh Grant it's also coming back for this 4 installment. He was missing on Bridget Jones's Baby, and we have 2 male cast leads that are kind of like the new love triangle for Bridget Jones's. The poster is super beautiful because it has hair on top with the 2 love interests. It's kind of like the love triangles that they always put. I hate that the Blu-ray that I have doesn't have the 3 main characters on the front, so I might change. Well, no, I will change it when it gets a 4K release in the US. But anyways, it has like a diary on the corner of the poster, and then it has a picture of Hugh Grant and a picture of Colin Firth. So it's going to be definitely an emotional movie, but knowing Renée Zellweger, Bridget, I promise you guys we're going to get a lot of laughs. But I cannot wait. I want these 2 weeks basically to fly, And Captain America and Brave New World is also getting premiere the day before on the 13th. And I'm not going to the movie theaters until the actual 14th because I basically wanted give priority to my Bridget Jones' movie because I just love it. But yes, for you guys it's just going to be a second, but I still need to wait a couple of extra weeks. I just decided to start the intro of the video here. Okay guys, so the day it's finally here. Thursday, February 13th of 2025, ahead of Valentine's Day of 2025. Here in the US, Peacock has finally released the 4th installment on the Bridget Jones' Diary series, Bridget Jones, Mad About the Boy. You guys have no idea how excited I am. The scene of life, I was thinking of maybe waking up today in the morning like around 3 a.m. to watch the movie before going to my job. But I went to bed so late last night, like doing some edits that I was planning to do and things like that, that I was like, you want to enjoy this movie. You definitely don't want to watch this movie being tired or something, so just have your hours of sleep, go to work. I only work until 4:30 p.m., so it's a good schedule, and traffic was 30 minutes, it's already 5 p.m. and I'm about to be enjoying the movie on Peacock a day earlier. Yes, I'm kind of disappointed that the movie didn't make it to the US movie theaters. I checked around me and non-movie theaters were putting it up, but at least we got it a day earlier. I'm expecting so many things from this movie, and I hope it gave me the same feeling of all the previous three, that the movies kind of like have a good beginning and it had a proper ending. So if we will never have to see Bridget again, they left every single movie here on a good path. And I always have loved that it's not movies that always make you like do cliffhangers and things like that. They kind of did with Bridget Jones' Baby when they announced that Hugh Grant's character was found alive. But even if we have never got another movie which will be like, oh my god, every single time that Renée wants to play Bridget Jones, I'm here for it. I just love the way she plays this character, and it's a character that I have grown to love. I have literally grown up watching her on the big screen. So anyways guys, the movie just premiered. I literally took a screenshot here and I printed it so I don't have to be reading it through the laptop. And the plan today is going to be that I'm about to go to my living room to watch it on the big TV that I have outside. And after I'm done watching it, of course I will give you guys my honest review. I have seen people talking about this movie, saying that the movie is well done, it's super beautiful, it's a great chapter for Bridget, and we all think this is going to be the very last movie, but in Hollywood you never know. Renée did say that if something happens in the future, if there is a new book, she's always going to be down to play Bridget, but for now this will be the end of the story. In this chapter of her life, we're getting to meet her as a widow, mother of two, trying to get into the dating life. I seen a few people kind of have like things to say, because on the trailers you can see that she's kind of dating a younger man. She says she doesn't care about this. Another thing that I read somewhere is that they don't speak about her weight on this movie, which has always been such an important part of Bridget Jones' character. But one of the things that she says is like, when you turn to a certain age and you start having different responsibilities, the way your body looks sometimes gets to like the back mirror. And again, I even saw a Spanish YouTuber that have never seen this universe saying that the movie is amazing, that she played the character amazing, but he did say that he feel like people like us that we have seen every single movie will enjoy it way more. But anyways guys, February 13th, a day earlier, we got the premiere. It's going to release on the UK on February 14th, so Valentine's Day weekend. For me it's a big weekend because today I'm watching Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy, and tomorrow I'm going to be watching Captain America Brave New World on IMAX. Expect that vlog on the channel as well. But anyways guys, we have Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy, a romantic comedy movie with an approximate runtime of 2 hours and 4 minutes. I was expecting an hour and 30 minutes movie since it was for Peacock, but no, they went all over 2 hours and 4 minutes. They're going to feel like 5 seconds for me. Two-time Academy Award winner Renée Zellweger returns to the role that established a romantic comedy heroine for the ages as Bridget. Now, a widow single mother must juggle work, parenthood, and romance. With the help of her loyal friends, which I think they're all back. I'm super excited to see the old faces be back for the movie. Bridget navigates encounters with a younger man and a series of awkward interactions with her son's science teacher, as as she strives to forge a new path toward life and love. Starring Renée Zellweger, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Leo Goodwall, Jim Broadbent, Gemma Jones, Isla Fisher, with Colin Firth and Hugh Grant both returning to the fourth installment. Hugh Grant was missing from the third one, but he's coming back for the fourth installment. And again, this one, I'm glad that even she is a widow now, we still get to see Colin Firth character, because he's such an amazing character and he's such an important part of this set of movies. The director will be Michael Morris, and screenplay by Helen Fielding, with contributions by Abi Morgan and Dan Mazer. We have all the details there right there. Bridget Jones's mom, Rebecca, Roxer, Mark Darcy, Bridget's dad, and Daniel Cleaver. All those characters are going to be back. Again, it's going to be a 2 fun hours movie. And that's kind of like the second clip for the video. I'm about to head to my living room and just enjoy it for 2 hours. Again, the movie is exclusively on Peacock for now. And if you live in the UK, make sure to get your tickets and go to watch it on the big screen. After I'm done watching it, I will let you guys know what do I think about this one and what's my honest review about one of my favorite movie franchises of all time.
And I'm longing.
Bridget Jones, always exciting out the skirt.
Daniel, hi. Just checking you haven't indeed forgotten about tonight.
That is hurtful, Jones. I have absolutely not forgotten.
Okay, guys, just finish the movie. I didn't want it to end because I love Bridget Jones's character so much. And for the first time in the franchise, this movie actually do feel that it's going to be the end. Now, you never know what can happen in the future, but the movie does have that kind of like tempt to it that I'm pretty sure this is going to be the end. If this is going to be the end of the franchise, I'm happy with it. We got an emotional movie, we got a funny movie, we got so many mixed feelings just in one movie, and it was super well done. Out of all the 4 installments, this one gets the same hype. Renée as Bridget goes again to be the very best part of the movie. We get to see a different side of her, and I do think it's a beautiful added chapter to the story of this heroine that we met back in 2001 on Bridget Jones's Diary. Guys, I'm going to start with the puntations. Out of 10, I want to give this movie a 9, a solid 9. I love the music. I love how beautiful the movie was. I love the characters that they introduced, and I love that we got 90% of the old characters returning for this last chapter on the story. If you're a fan of the books go like the other way around. On the books, Bridget Jones's Baby will be the last entry, and Mad About the Boy was the third one. In the movies, it goes kind of like in the sequence, because Bridget Jones's Baby was before the events of Mad About the Boy, even on the books. So, what is the 4th installment, Mad About the Boy, about? So we catch up the very beginning of the movie, which a lot of the scenes you can already see on the trailers. That's sometimes why I don't like watching trailers, because they spoil so many events of the movie. But a lot of the scenes that I'm going to be talking about on the beginning of the movie, they were shown on the trailers. Okay, so we pick up with Bridget Jones now as a mother of 2. She has a little girl and she has a little boy. Immediately, they do not tell us where Mark Darcy is, but she's kind of like busy doing breakfast. She's still saying bad words, but trying to be a role model for the kids. The kids have super high energy, and she then gives a call to Daniel Cleaver. Hugh Grant back as Daniel Cleaver was the gift that we didn't deserve, but we got. Oh my god, it's like time has no past. He knows so well how to be into this character. He knows how to play it. So he gets a call on a Motorola. I don't know if you remember the phones that you open it like this. And he has a little bad name for Bridget on it. And he's like, hey Bridget, how's the skirt? So it had so many going back details for fans of the franchise that you are like, oh my god, this is because of this and that. So I love that. So she was basically requesting him to go and take care of the kids because she's headed to an important dinner. We get to see Mark Darcy again. They get reunited, but once they get to the door, she's kind of telling that there is high moments in life and then there is black moments. And she explained to us that he was killed on a humanitarian mission that he was doing. This story takes place 4 years after she's been a widow, and basically every year on his birthday she just tried to put a dinner together and try to celebrate. She's always the center of attention, so a lot of people are asking her like, hey, what's going on with your life and things like that. I love that the characters from the third movie, Bridget Jones' baby, I don't remember the name of the lady, but I love her, and the director from the TV channel, they're back, and that was so special for me to see because they're only from the third movie, but again, they're back on this one. And we have the whole group of friends back. The movie starts again on a super emotional note. She's kind of like through with the group of friends, and they're having a few blue drinks. If you remember the blue soup from the first movie, that's kind of like something that my mind went like, oh my god, the blue drinks, the blue soup. So I love how they go into the detail of she's like, every single person in your life will have a different advice for you. Some of the friends were telling her that she needed to have sex and find a new person. Some of them were like, you need to concentrate on your kids only, you need to do this and that, and you kind of can get like stressed about it if you are trying to think what you want to do with your life. When the credits start to roll in and we get the logo from the movie, I love that we finally got back the moment of Bridget singing out of her lungs. But this time she's not singing alone, she has two kids now to accompany her. So she goes to the school on her pajamas. We have all the inner dialogues that we hear her, the inner thoughts that she's having through the movie, saying bad words, saying like this and that, and that's when we meet one of the guys from the love triangle. The teacher from the school, which uses a whistle basically for alums to get inside. Emma Thompson as the crazy doctor comes back into the movie and she's amazing, same way as on Bridget Jones' baby. She does an amazing role. I love her. And at this point in the story, everybody advised to Bridget that she should start living again. She should go back to life, and that's what she does. She gets out of her PJs, she goes back to her work, but Samantha was the name. The lady from Bridget Jones' baby creates her a Tinder profile. Now we get to a fun scene where she's taking the kids to the park, and the kids, out of the blue, they just climb a tree. And then she just tried climbing it to rescue them. And then the teacher shows up. And then a super hot, cute young guy shows up. And she's like, oh my god, I'm on a magical man's tree. She's so funny. Like, again, the best part of the movie every time. Renée as Bridget. She was born to play this character. She plays her with such a grace. Like, you love her. You feel for her. Like, again, all mixed feelings. I'm in love with the Bridget Jones franchise. Another scene before we go to the tree, she goes back to her diary, but she doesn't have a tablet anymore. She goes back to an actual handwritten diary. I feel that that was an amazing thing to be doing. But anyways, she ended up being grateful that the John guy rescued her, and out of the blue, the John guy matches her on Tinder because she left her phone on the floor, and the guy can see that she's using Tinder. So at this point in the movie, she's kind of like exchanging texts without having the stress of like getting to a date or having sex. But eventually, everybody recommends her like you should meet up with a guy again. Now, the panties are brought back. She see the old panties and she's like, nope, these are not anymore. So she uses a more sexy pair, and she goes out into a date. I understand maybe a lot of people criticize the scene about she being an older woman and then dating a younger guy. It was organically well done into the story, so I didn't mind, and it's in Bridget Jones's world. So she goes into the date. The guy is 28 years old. Then he makes a joke and he's saying, no, I'm actually 29. Doesn't help a lot. And they agree that she's only 35. He did tell her that he's more into your adulter women because they have more experience. And again, she's having the time of her life. At the end of the day, he asks her like, hey, can I kiss you now? And she's like, oh my god, a generation that asks before giving a kiss. If you realize about this, it was super well done in the aspect because she always goes through the most ridiculous kind of like dates and problems through dates and things like that. So it was so fun to kind of watch her go back into the dating life and having this experience with this guy. So we go to the scene where they know you know what, and on an epic Bridget fashion, she goes into her job and everybody was like, did you have sex last night? Did you have sex last night? Although she jumps and she's like, I did have sex last night. She screamed, and then when she goes back, the whole public from the TV show was there and everybody started applauding her. You're rooting for her to the whole movie. One of the sad entries was that we do find out that her dad is no longer with her. She took a picture with him that she has on her living room. The dad actually recorded new scenes for the movie, but he has passed away. The mom is now on an elderly center where they take care of elderly people, but the mom is back as well. And to see the whole gang of friends together, the famous gay rich guy is still living about the single that he created back then because it went viral on a like 30 seconds video with a dog doing maths or something like that. Something that they handled super well is that you get to see her relationship kind of growing with the professor. They have like different sets of minds, and again, Mark Darcy is no longer with them. So the way that they brought Mark Darcy to the story was kind of like they made the audience feel that he was there for their family, like his soul was around them all the time. And that's when we have the little scenes that we get from time to time where she sees him and the kids feel that he's still part of them. So he gets to a part of the story where she needs to go to the school and she needs to demonstrate the kind of job that she has. So she's a TV producer. And the professor was kind of talking about the cycle of life of the butterflies, if I remember correctly. And he says that when the body dies, that's it. That's the end of the story. And she was kind of arguing with him, being like, remember the soul. We all have soul. We're not just electrical beings. Because if not, how do you explain poetry? How do you explain magic? How do you explain music? So that was something super well played for somebody that have lost somebody important for them to feel like, again, they're still around us. They still take care of us. And that was beautiful play because, again, we have lost Mark Darcy, which was such a beautiful and important character on Bridget Jones's life. On the Daniel Cleaver side, guys, he was amazing playing it, but you're not going to see Hugh Grant a lot in the movie. He has a total of like 3 to 4 scenes. I love that the kids call him Uncle, and he says that the lady is a little Bridget and the guy is a little Darcy. So he's still on that note. We also find out that he has a kid, that it's been years that he hasn't been talking to him. The John relationship from Bridget basically ends up, the guy gets afraid. He tells her that, oh, I wish I could have a time machine. But basically the relationship gets broken down. The guy just ghosts her. and she kind of get disappointed of this. She explains to the audience what the ghosting term is, and once he's ready to be with her again, she's like, you deserve to have a kid, you're going to be an amazing parent, but those things are not going to happen with me. She goes to a school excursion with the teacher, and that's when she starts to develop more feelings for the teacher. So it doesn't feel that something rushed into the story. At one point of the story, Daniel Cleaver called her because he's having a medical issue, and then she advised to him that to reconnect with his younger son. The movie jumps a year later on the future. I'm sorry, and it's New Year's Eve, so we get introduced to a younger guy playing Daniel's Cleaver kid, and he's amazing because he's flirting with women, and he's like, "Do you think he's my son?" And Bridget is like, "Of course he's your son." And he's like, "Okay, so he is my son." So guys, again, there is a huge moment as well where there is the mad about the boy sounding, where the guy just shows up, he goes into the water, he gets a wet t-shirt. Again, it's a pretty beautiful entry for the Bridget Jones's Diary franchise. Renée as Bridget, it's amazing. Again, it has a lot of comedic moments, and it has a lot of nostalgic moments. On the first date that she has with the young guy, she walks through her old house, and the guy's like, "Do you know the son?" And she's like, "Yes, I used to." Guys, you have no idea how much I want to go to London and I want to visit that location, because it's a real life location and I would love to see it in real life. But anyways, we got a good closure to the story. It's the last book that exists on the franchise from Bridget Jones's Diary. But then when the credits start to roll up, they started showing pictures and mini clips from the first 3 movies. They put the song "Here It Comes Miss Jones." So again, it does feel like this is the end for the franchise. If something happened in the future, Renée might be open to come back, but if this is the last installment, they did amazing. These 4 movies are amazing. Every single movie has something special to it. We get to grow with the Bridget character and see her on different parts of her life. We were missing to see her as a mom, feeling like she wasn't being the greatest mom because she didn't have Mark Darcy, but being able to grow and being able to be like, I know I'm a good mom and I know we're going to be okay. So again, super nostalgic day. It's a great movie to watch. It was 2 hours, but it didn't feel as a long movie. The movie is being released again by Universal Studios, so I'm praying for a physical media release on Blu-ray so I can complete my collection. And I'm also praying for a future 4K release so I can upgrade all these 3 movies and go ahead and just rewatch them again. So again, out of 10, I give this movie a 9. Super emotional. I would love to know in the comments how excited you were for Bridget Jones to be back. If you already have seen this movie, what do you think about it? What are your thoughts? What's your favorite moment from the movie? But guys, that will be all for today's video. Like I always say, I hope you guys are enjoying with this new content in the channel. If you are, please let me know in the comments, leave me a like, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel so we can keep this one going. And see you guys again soon on a new video.